Welcome into the OUA preview for the University of Ottawa Gee-Gees. The first horse out of the gate, as Connor likes to remind everyone. We are welcoming Amlicar Polk here with us, the running back for the Gee-Gees. Big season in store for him and his squad. We're going to get to that in a moment, but thank you so much, Amlicar, for joining us tonight.
No worries. I appreciate the call.
All right. Okay, so obviously big news for you personally, selected by the Ottawa Redblacks. Along with a handful of other Gee-Gees, you got to go to training camp. What was the biggest takeaway from that experience for you personally?
The biggest takeaway is definitely like the amount of focus all the vets had each and every day in practice. They were played, and the mindset of every single play, give it your all. There's no excuses. It's every play, 100% always locked in.
And showing up to Red Blacks camp, I mean, there was a few familiar faces there for you, namely Coach Nate Taylor, who was just named as the running backs coach for the Red Blacks for this season. What was it like working with him, at the pro level? Obviously, you had him at the University of Ottawa, but then like how cool was that to just go to the pro level and have Coach Taylor there with you? And what was it like working with him during the camp?
It honestly was amazing. He's a great guy, Coach Taylor. Like he's been there all my years at Ottawa U, so that was great. And he's a guy that takes everything he puts his mind to, he goes 100% in. So going to this camp, he was my running back coach, and I didn't know what to expect. And when I got there, he really was a running back coach. He had all the right drills, like drills I never even heard of, but they helped like so much in understanding my read keys and everything. And he had the background knowledge of the playbook 100% locked down, which was great to have a coach you can like talk to after every run play, after every like pass protect play. It was truly like a great experience, and he helped me a lot, especially with his like defensive mindset, playing defense in college and everything. It helped with like my understanding of defense, understanding how they work, and mannerisms of linebackers and everything.
Did it kind of help ease your nerves a little bit going into a pro camp, knowing that you had the familiar face that you were going to work with?
It definitely helped having Coach Taylor there, and especially other players as well. But at the end of the day, it was a pro camp, so I knew that no matter what, he's a Red Blacks coach first, and then he's like an Ottawa U coach second. So it was like amazing having him there, like a guy I can talk to and just be candid with at times, and he can be candid with me too. And I knew that like everything he said was coming from a place of he wants me to get better. So that was great too.
Now, you get the ultimate benefit for the Gee-Gees program of being in this pro setting and transitioning back to U Sports, where you can kind of bring some of these newfound skills, leadership opportunities, drills. How is that experience from this spring going to benefit you and your team here in the coming weeks as camp gets going?
It's gonna benefit the Gee-Gees tremendously. Like not even just me, but all the guys that went to different camps and everything. When we all came back, we all talked and like we had the exact same mindset. Like all these pro camps, the mentality they teach you with every single play in practice, especially, and watching film, dissecting each play, making sure everybody's doing their job. And like we still do that. We still do that at the university level as well, but it's a different ball game at the pro level where you might not get all the reps in practice. So each rep is very important. Like each rep, single rep is tremendously important. So just bringing that level of commitment and focus on every play and making sure everybody's doing their job and in a very like positive way, but in a way that, hey, I'm doing this, so you can do this, you can get the right block. I'm running this certain way, and I trust you're gonna make this block and trust that I'm gonna get there too. So having that trust is a very big thing that we want to bring.
And obviously, there's a lot of continuity from last year's team with Ben coming back, you're coming back. A lot of key guys on the defensive side, like Kevin Victome. Expectation-wise for the Ottawa Gee-Gees, I know they're always at the top. You're always aiming for that highest point. What is going to change in your season and your preparation to get to that next level?
The biggest change has honestly been like this off season, but off season where it's player led. The biggest thing we didn't have really in the past. We had great leaders in the past 100%, but in a way to bring the whole team together and everybody on the same page, like throughout this whole entire summer, we've had multiple meetings twice a week with players only, no coaches, watching film of our old games, watching films of practice, and understanding like the basics of each play, which we've never done before. That's like running backs on lineman meeting, quarterbacks receivers meeting, linebackers DBs meeting, which has never been done in the last 4 years I've been here, where guys are so collectively set and in on this one mission to be at the top at the end of the season. And there's truly like a fire within each player that I see, and like I love to talk to every guy like on the team. I ask them like, how you feeling for the season? And it's always the same answer. And like everybody's hungry, like especially from the last two losses we've had, which would be in bittersweet. We understand that like something needs to change, and us as players are making that change by meeting this whole entire summer and committing to our goal at the end of the season.
That was fantastic. I mean, it's always one thing to hear and see the players say like, yeah, we got to make a change for next year, right? Like everyone, only one team can end their season with a victory, right? Like it's always bittersweet unless you're on that mountaintop. And for everyone to go, yeah, we're going to make the change, but then same old happens. What kind of prompted that crossover meeting, like with you guys sitting down with the linebackers and D line and O line as the running backs to kind of say like, here's what we're trying to do. Here's how you guys can stop it. Here's how you guys are playing. Here's what we can do to attack it differently. What kind of prompted that with you guys?
The biggest thing I would say is like the past 2 years, we've known that we're a great team. With the players we've had past and the players we have now, we've known that the levels we can reach to are like just crazy, but we've never been able to hit that stride. So we said, what is there to change? The coaches have always coached us properly. They tell us exactly what we need to do every single play, but we don't always get there. So we thought maybe it's the players like in leadership roles have to communicate that to other players to show them how important it actually truly is and like how much we care about it. Because like I can't tell you how like amazing and awesome it is that like with my old linemen and like other running backs as well. And we're all asking like basic questions that like some guys should know, and I even should know, but I didn't know. And having the old lineman like explain it to me, and them seeing it in my eyes that oh he understands this now, he understands this now, and like just that kind of stuff really is what we're going for. Like that's kind of a big prompt for us to like having everybody on the same page and everybody with the same mindset too. And then also
And,
like another big thing is like from all the combines that the guys went to, we've seen that like not necessarily like everybody's athletically like better than us. Like you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we have the athletes to reach for the goals we want to reach for. It's just a matter of do we want to put in the time and the effort? And we know we can. So it really starts with the culture right now for us.
Not everyone's putting up, what was it, 20 reps for you on the bench?
I think it was
22?
20, 25 or 26.
Oh, okay. Not everyone's putting that number up. You finally got to see that.
Yeah, for real.
and speaking of changes, a little bit of a change in the backfield for you guys this year. Obviously, you know, you had a great dynamic last year with JP McKinnon and yourself in the backfield, but he's moving on, he's graduating. How do you see your role kind of changing within the offense now? You kind of have an opportunity to be the guy now.
I definitely see my role as definitely a bigger role this season, and honestly, I'm just looking to do anything I can to help the team. Obviously, it's always a running back's dream to be the guy for the team, and the best thing about this like team we have now is I can still be the guy, and we have backs like behind me, which are great, like Charles Arsalan, Suleiman. Like these backs are like they can do everything I can do, and even like better at certain points, and I can do stuff better than them too. So the whole thing is making like role molding us all into like one to help the team in each way we can in the passing game, even the run game, and even the blocking game. So I'm really excited for this year, like a lot, big things.
Let's stick with the backfield here. Ben Marico, the quarterback coming back for you guys. What has your chemistry growth been like? How have you guys gotten along as the years have kind of gone by at Ottawa?
Well, we lived together for 4 years, so that definitely has helped, and we came in the same year as well. So our chemistry is it's even better, and especially seeing him at the Red Blacks camp this past summer was amazing. Like talking to him and like him even understand the same stuff I understand, whereas the mindset of like the pro mindset, which he also like saw firsthand, like it's just great. So from us seeing us like working together at the pro camp and then bringing that to the summer, his leadership has also grown. The meeting with the receivers, once a week, twice or once a week at least, running skelly plays, full concept pass plays, and like breaking down each play individually. So like just the pro mindset stuff helped a lot with our chemistry. And he's a great guy, helping out him with all his camps this past year as well, just doing everything off the field as well to get closer. So
Talk about those camps there for a second. I know Ben does a lot of work with youth organizations in the area in Eastern Ontario, but kind of talk about that from your point of view, if you could, please.
I think it's great, especially like getting more involved in the community in the Ottawa area and even around the Kingston area where Ben's from. It's a great opportunity for us to like introduce football to different communities, especially Ben's Indigenous communities as well. And having Ben run those camps is something special where not a lot of guys like have seen that firsthand with Ben running these camps and understanding what it means to him. And that's another part about like building the chemistry where it's we're going with Ben. Ben's leading these camps, and we're following his lead and seeing like the inspiration he's giving these younger kids and everything. And it's great to see. And it helps us as a team come together more because we understand each other better each time we do one of these camps as well.
Awesome. Okay, when you get to practice against quite a few big time playmakers daily, talk about that Gee-Gees defense and what we can expect from TK and the crew this year.
The Gee-Gees defense is hungry. I can tell you that. Like I'm like the offensive wise, we're feeling really good. And the defense, they love to talk and they love to say all they gotta say, but that's the stuff we love. The competition in practice is like tremendous. Like we truly believe we have the best defense in the country. So for us to go against that every single day in practice is only gonna help us get better. And with TK back there, our linebacker core having so much depth, Max Sharp's coming back, like, and even E-Man coming back as well. Like all these guys that have gained this pro mentality by going to combine, by going to different camps, like it's only gonna help the defense grow. And that leadership wise is from the camps and the pro camps, showing the other guys, yo, this can be done. This is the way to do it. This is the strides we have to take. So I'm expecting really big things from the defense, bigger than things that they've already done every year past. So just keep on doing what they're doing.
And now that we're talking about, the expectations for the season a little bit, and we're starting to move into the 2023 season, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. It's something we talk about with, I think, pretty much every Gee-Gees player we've ever talked to on this podcast. Talk about the Panda game. We got to get there. We got to talk to it. What's your experience like with the Panda game? How has that been for you? Like, do you have any favorite memories?
Uh, my favorite memory is definitely getting the win every single time. Seeing the Carlton
That's a
bench
good one.
stand there as all Ottawa fans charge the field and everything like that. Like having the whole community like in an uproar celebrating like you Ottawa's W. That's definitely my best memory for the last 4 years. So that's great. But when Panda comes around, there's definitely a step that has to be taken. Of course, it's just any like regular season game, but at the same time, it's Panda. Like the whole city of Ottawa comes out, and for us to put on a great show for the whole city that supports us every year by coming to all our different games, it means a lot to us. So the blood definitely rises. The focus definitely has to be time like doubled. But at the same time, we expect to win those games. So not much is going to change with our preparation. It's more of the focus we have to put in because it is a big game with 26,000 fans watching. So yeah, it's a show for real. So yeah.
I was gonna say, do you notice anything different with your coaches the week of the Panda? I know you just said we kind of go through our game plan like it's a regular week, but is there any extra step or extra motivation behind some of the movements of practice or in meetings?
We have some alumni that come out the week of Panda, and that really actually is a boost. Like just talking to the alumni, you can see how much this game really truly means, especially with the rich history of Ottawa and Carleton going against each other. Like the alumni really like bring out the competitiveness in us because it means so much to them, and they've been in our shoes, so they know exactly how it's been. So we want to like put on a show for them, especially. And with our coaches, I'm not sure there's a huge change, but they do understand it's a big game. But the biggest thing for them is kind of tempering our excitementness and everything and focusing us into this one game and understanding, yes, it's Panda, but it's another game of the week. So we have to just be focused.
All right. Obviously, Connor is going to backpack on this one. We have a few new uniform sets and helmet sets that have been introduced over the last couple of years. Connor's got his favorites. I want to know, what's your favorite kit, top to bottom, helmets to pants?
My favorite fit for this year, I hope we get a rep, is I want to do an all white with the Garnet helmet. I think that would look super clean, and I'm hoping for it. The other uniforms, they're nice and everything, but I kind of go off like, also some of the equipment is super tight, and the white just fits perfectly. And especially we have to rep the new Garnet helmets as well, so that's the fit I'm looking
Oh,
for.
thank you so much for saying that. That is my like that is I was hoping you were gonna go there. I'm a huge fan. Like, doesn't matter what school it is, Canadian, like NCAA. I'm a huge all white fan. Whatever the school is,
100%.
whatever the uniform is, like all white just looks so good. But then you throw the garnet helmet that you guys got in there. Oh man, I'm dying to
It
see
looks
that.
so
I'm
clean.
itching.
Yeah, it looks so clean. So I'm definitely excited for that. I hope we get a rep it. And now that I
What
got a foot in the door a little bit, I'll be pushing for it. I'll be pushing for it.
what was the reaction last year when the garnet helmets came out? Like, what was the locker room reaction for you guys?
Guys are definitely hyped. Definitely like something new, of course, is gonna like draw excitement from the guys and everything like that. And it meant something to us too. It meant like the coaches understand that like we want they just got us something we wanted. You know what I mean? Like it gave like drove us a certain type of way that if they gave us this helmet, they believe in us. Like they're getting us new stuff because they know that we want this stuff. So we have to just put on a show in that equipment and show them like we deserve this. So it definitely was exciting.
No, I'm super excited for the Gee-Gees this year, and you especially are going to be the forefront of that offense and powering the way with your offensive linemen coming back. Anything you got to say for those guys up front?
I'm excited for these big boys to put on a show for everybody. JP got second rushing yards in the league, I believe, last year. So we're looking to pass that. And with the whole year of them having that chemistry with each other, because last year was the first year they had that the first year they played together. So this year, then they all know the goal like we have in mind. Us meeting twice a week and just talking chit chatting. We have big goals for this year, and I believe in every one of them. I know they can do it, and I'm hoping that I do a good enough job running the ball, and so because I know they're going to block great.
I think that's all for us now, and thank you so much to Amlicar for joining us. There's your OUA season preview for the Ottawa Gee-Gees. A whole lot of fire, a whole lot of hunger, a whole lot of anger coming into this year. They're going to be tough ones to deal with down the stretch. We look forward to watching your season and your teams.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.